Hi, I'm Lisa, the Ukulele Fool. I am at the Gaithersburg Uke Fest with Gracie Terzian. I'm so excited because she obviously has got some unique qualities that she brings to the ukulele world. And as part of our superhero interview, Gracie, what's your superpower?
Well, I think actually my instrument is my ukulele superpower because it's this is a harp ukulele. If you don't know what it is, but I think that a lot of the reasons why I will get invited to play places or do things is because of this instrument.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully they like how I play it as well. But I think just the instrument itself is sort of a superpower in its own, just because it's unique and people always want to hear about it or want to hear what it sounds like, and all. And it is a very cool instrument. So
Well,
so yeah,
yeah. So
I'd say the
let's.
harp ukulele.
We'll put links to some of her performances on YouTube down below in the descriptions. But let's hear a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, cool. So hear a little bit. Hopefully you can hear the harp strings. They're very quiet because they're. So in case you want to know what this is, it's basically a tenor ukulele, and then these four strings are bass harp strings. So they're very low. So I don't. You can't hear them quite as loudly as those, but just so you know. So let's see. All right. Out to their souls, swimming upstream. Are there angels listening? What am I to do? I'm still in love with you. If I told the truth, you may be gone. Painfully I'd carry on, buried by the sea. Love rest in easy peace. He's all I've waited for. Love I cannot leave. Let us be. Fill this special chest fit for our love. With memories I'm thinking of. Toss it out to sea. Love rest in easy peace. I know I must wait here on the beach till it's far beyond my reach, buried by the sea. Love rests in easy peace.
Wow. I've got shivers. That's so cool.
I was trying not to sing too loud so that the harp strings could maybe be a little more audible, but yeah.
So, did you make your instrument?
Definitely not, that's for sure.
Did did you?
It's
make
not
it
a custom. No, it was not a custom made or anything like that. Actually, I was on like a YouTube black hole, where you're watching one video and then you just start watching the next, and it's 4 a.m. It was like one of those nights, and I just stumbled across a video of a harp ukulele, and I was like, oh wow, this thing is so beautiful sounding. And I had been wanting to play some kind of stringed instrument because I'd only ever played piano before then, and so I just went and bought one on Amazon.com, which is where you buy everything nowadays. They've got everything, even harp ukuleles. So I just sort of on a whim bought it, sort of like my present to myself that year, and it's made by Anui Nui, which is a Taiwanese company, and it's a very nicely made instrument. So normally I wouldn't want to buy something online that I couldn't test out first, but I couldn't really get one that I could try in person first. So yeah, I just ordered it, and then it arrived, and I lucked out with it actually being very well made and nice. So
Very good. So, we both arrived from other destinations.
Yeah.
You came from
New York. Yep, New York City.
New York City.
Yep.
And do you make a living as a ukulele player?
I do. Yeah. Somehow. Basically a mixture of teaching and performing. Yeah. So I do both of those things, and
That's
somehow
awesome.
it pays the bills. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very good. So, how'd you come to the ukulele? Why the ukulele?
Well, I guess the thing that if I were to say what I like about the ukulele so much, I think I like the fact that it's really small. That's very nice. I'm into small instruments just because until you're on a really big budget tour, you have to carry your own gear and you have to carry your instrument around everywhere you go. So I don't have anyone carrying my stuff most of the time for me. So so I'd say the smaller the better. So I'm like, well, if I sing, that's just my voice, and then ukulele, it's nice and small. So that's one big advantage. I remember when I was in high school, or not high school, I'm sorry, middle school, I guess. For a week, I decided. I was like, oh, I'll sign up for orchestra and play the upright bass because that'd be really cool. Which it would be cool theoretically, and I think it's very cool that people do play those. But I like the first week I was having to carry that thing in and out of school. I was like, screw this. I was like, this is awful. I was like,
I played upright bass in middle school too.
You have to really love the instrument to like carry that thing around.
Or my parents, your parents have to really love you.
Yeah. So I'm all about the portability, just and especially in New York because you don't really have a car. You're taking the subway to most shows and stuff. So you really, sometimes you have to take like an Uber somewhere, but you gotta it's like carrying up and down those subway steps. It's not for the faint of heart. So the lighter the better. So, but yeah, I came to this harp ukulele first, and then after I started playing this, then I started playing just the regular. I was like, well, I guess I'm also just playing the ukulele. So, and I grew to really love it. So.
Well, very good.
Yeah.
I teach absolute beginners, mostly adults.
Awesome.
Do you have any advice that you'd like to share to those absolute beginners?
Absolute beginners. Oh gosh, there's so many things to say. I don't know. It really depends what the person needs to work on. Well, I guess I'll say that I think early on it's good to start practicing with like time and like keeping consistent time and not to, I think a lot of people will learn for a while up front without paying too much attention to if they're playing in time or not. But I think it's really good just right from the get-go, even if you're playing something super simple, start practicing with a metronome and start playing in time. Mm-hmm. And I'd say that in general with, a lot of people.
Timing's really hard.
Yeah, and I think particularly, it's something that people look over. They don't always focus on super early on. So yeah.
Okay, very good.
Get the metronome out now.
All right, well that's perfect. Well, you've got a performance tonight.
So I'm going to be doing one song, but tomorrow night it's a longer performance. But yes, I am doing a performance tonight. Yes.
Yeah, and we'll just make a plug. We're here at the Gaithersburg Uke Fest.
Yes.
So we'll have links to all your social media.
Awesome.
Down below. You'll send that to me, and I'll make sure that I put that in. Cool. And I want to thank you so much for doing this.
Of course.
Yes. Give you a hug here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, right. It looks like a
all right. So until the next interview, we'll see you then.
Bye.
I hope you found this Ukulele Superheroes interview inspiring. Please consider supporting me on Patreon. I always have a philanthropic endeavor as part of my Patreon efforts. You can see my current goal and maybe consider contributing to that. Thank you so much.